Then there's the whole question of a writer's or a musician's or a painter's relationship exactly to the thing itself, to the thing in your head that is never going to come out right. It's never going to come out quite the way you were imagining it. And I learned that early on because my uncles were perpetually dissatisfied with their work in some way, even though it sold and it's hanging in museums, including a painting of my painter friend Phil and me that my Uncle Moses did that winter before we went off to the cabin to start writing The Last Unicorn and doing the landscape Phil was doing. My Uncle Moses must have tried a painting of us anyway 3 times. He was never satisfied with it. We liked that because he paid us $5 each for posing, and his studio was in Greenwich Village. So $10 between us could go a long way in Greenwich Village in 1962. But he'd stand in front of the painting, hands on his hips, just studying it, shaking his head, and he'd say, "Chort," which is Russian for sort of, "Devil take it, devil fly away with it." And he started over. It's hanging in somebody's gallery today, all these years later, because Uncle Moses finally gave up on it. All right, that's as good as I can do, and the hell with it. So I learned a lot of things about a professional attitude and the thing you live with. Sometimes you can explain exactly why you did what you did, and sometimes you can't. My father understood that because he used to talk about watching me from childhood, that there was some place in me, when I complained about a story to him that wasn't going right, he'd say, "Just keep at it, the swamp will think of something." Because it's perfectly true, there's 10 or 15% at most of what I do that I cannot explain. I can talk about writing this or that, or imitating this or that. I can talk about thinking of writing like music, thinking that this is a string quartet sound, this passage I'm doing, or no, this is more jazz, more ad-lib. But in fact, there's the swamp, and there are times when I have to fall back on the swamp and pray that it will think of something, that will belch something to the surface, because I can't go any further, except other writers call it inspiration. I'm in the habit of calling it the swamp.